This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Good episode today, full of schlop, like so much schlop.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, like good schlop though, like just the way I would describe schlop is like, it's like, you know, we might have come off of a song and
Yeah.
we've got like maybe 30 seconds to kill before the news and we're just sort of making it up on the spot. And normally that's
Which is what the podcast is in terms of like the
Yeah.
off-air podcast and stuff. That's just all schlop. Whereas on the
Well,
on the
yeah.
show, it's normally like we know what we're going to talk about
like,
before
I've
the
got a
break.
story I want to tell you
Yeah.
guys, or like, you know, we know we're going to ask
Yeah.
people to call in
Yeah.
for this,
Whereas
or
like
whatever.
the podcast, like what we're doing right now, this is just us talking.
There was a lot of just like little breaks that came out of nowhere today that I've put in this
Right.
episode. So I hope you enjoy. Last week, Ben and Belle, I was talking about my 2 speeding fines. Really annoying. There was one at 4:32:18 and there was another at 4:32:36. So that's like 18 seconds in between. 2 $370 fines, 6 demerit points down. I was trying to argue it's the same offence, double jeopardy. But yeah, look, I don't know if I'm going to get out of those. But the bad luck keeps running because you know when you're down, you get kicked down sometimes. They say bad things come in threes. Well,
Yeah.
that's the case here. I got home from work after
No.
talking about this on Friday.
No.
Are you kidding me?
You did not get
Stop
it.
it!
You're going to have no license.
Another letter from the police. I'm like, oh my God. I was saying before I had a spotless record. Like I've never really had any run-ins. I've just been lucky in my years, 10 or so years of driving.
It's never got
No,
caught.
you've just driven safely.
Well, I've just
not
driven
lucky.
safely. And I've got another fine. $540 this time.
Whoa.
Unregistered vehicle. I've just because we were
Dude.
You
I know
idiot.
because we were SA and we've moved over to Vic, and then when I went in for the appointment, they're like, "Oh no, this isn't the right appointment. You need this other appointment." And I was like, "Yeah, okay. Well, how long have I got left on my rego?" And they're like, "You got like 3 months." And I was like, "Sweet, I'll just worry about that later."
Oh, man.
And
I
then
remember
obviously-
because
I spoke to you about it. Yeah,
because I did mine. I said to you, are you going to do yours? And you said, yeah. And the next day I said, how did it go? And you said, nah, I didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. And so I just, like, obviously didn't get around to it. And now I'm $1,270 in the hole.
Whoa. Is that demerit points as well, or
Not
because
demerit
it's
points.
Not driving. It's
not
just,
demerit
yeah,
points for the unregistered vehicle. But I'd imagine, if I was speeding again in my unregistered vehicle, I mean, that would probably be a license loser.
That's so annoying.
So, yeah, I know. And I'm thinking, kill me.
You may as well just gone through red lights as well. You've almost ticked all the boxes.
On top of that, I get a call from the bank yesterday, and they say, "Sir, did you just transfer $1,700 to this thing called like Cash Me?" It was like Cash Me something.
Cash me outside.
How about how about that? Yeah, and it was just something I didn't recognise, and I said no, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, sir, you've been scammed. Someone's got your credit card details."
Whoa.
And I was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "They're like, yeah, they've used your credit card. Like, we thought it was a bit suspicious, but yeah, unfortunately, you've lost that, and now I'm in a dispute to try and get that money back. So now I'm genuinely, I'm like, I bottomed. I got no money.
Bruh.
Like I've been scammed. I had unregistered vehicle, 2 speeding fines, all in the space of 3 days.
Do you want a friend loan?
Do you need to borrow some money?
I could lend you some
Actually
money.
it's nice you've brought it up because I had to eat cat food for dinner last night, Bill. So I was what? Yeah, I know. I don't even have a cat. I had to shoplift the cat food, and then I probably should have
something else.
taken some chips or a microwavable meal or something. But no,
Do you want to?
no,
borrow some
I'm
money?
genuinely like that would help out a lot if you.
Yeah.
I'm just not liquid at the moment, But like
You what?
I'm just not. I'm asset rich, Like I just start.
All right,
But like,
mate.
if you.
Just the money
What
back.
else? So what do you have?
What I was thinking is like 13, 24, 10. Like if you just help a brother out, honestly, like it's boomerang money. It'll come right back. Like I like honestly, I could probably pay you back by the end of the week. But just I've been scammed and all my fines and stuff. So like 13, 24, 10. If you can lend me some money, that'd be sick.
I'll vouch for Liam. He's good for it.
I've been
good
saying
for
that.
it.
I'm good for it. Like whatever you can spare.
Can we just get you on some jobs or something? Can you just fill in for a day on someone's job and
Let's
get some
just
money?
see. Let's just see if we can get a loan first from a listener.
Like
What?
it
We're
doesn't
not
have to be
doing
much.
that.
No, it's just whatever you can spare. 13,
Yeah.
24, 10.
Yeah. Can you
Everyone's in hard times.
float Liam just for a few weeks?
What?
He's good for it. 13, 24, 10.
Can't, man. Come on. Give us a loan. I am good for it. Like, I'll get it back to you. It's just like whatever you can spare sort of
If
thing.
you flick around the dial this morning, I would say 99.9% of radio shows will be giving out cash.
Yeah.
We're the only radio show asking for cash.
Oh, wow. Why don't we just cut out the middleman? Can we just get some cash from the other stations?
That I should try and win this morning. If any of the other shows are on, I should try and win
some
like
cash.
alpha bucks or something like that.
Totally. That'll set you up like, what, $100? There you go.
Well, look, Liam has swore he's good for it. So 13, 24, 10. Can you float in some cash?
Brennan from Glen Huntley, you can spare a few dollars for me, mate.
Mate, tough times call for friends in need.
Legend, man. Legend.
How's $31 sound?
Hey.
So good, dude. That's sick. That's sick, man. Let's see what Nathan from Kubi Rupp's got. Nathan, can you give me some money, man? I've been scammed.
Yeah, mate, I hear you're short, so
Yeah.
I could probably lend you about, $101? That sound all right?
Oh.
Ledge, man. So good. 13, 24, 10 if you've got some. Isabel, you'd like to float me.
Chantal?
Chantal.
Oh, Chantal.
Sorry,
Close enough.
Chantal.
Sorry. Should have at least got your name right if you were going to be giving me your hard earned. I mean, it all helps. Anything helps. How much can you spare?
I can spare $1,500.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's like what Liam's in the hole.
How do you have that sort of money to spare?
Well, I just work hard and I save.
Wow.
I do too,
Okay.
and unfortunately, because of a string of
Judgment errors.
yeah, I'm sort of down on my luck at the moment. So, yeah, I'd really appreciate that, Isabel. Thank you so much.
That's so
Chantal,
generous
not
of you.
Isabel. Chantal,
Oh,
very
sorry,
nice.
yeah. Sorry. No, I will get your name right, and I'll make sure I mark your number down, because I don't want to be paying $1,500 back to the wrong person, you know?
Nothing beats a cozy winter getaway.
Or escaping to a tropical paradise.
If you're thinking about an early winter escape, whatif.com has just the place.
Check out great accommodation deals across Australia on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Well done to you if you managed to get an extra long weekend and you're not working today. If you are working today, thoughts go out to you like we are. We're all roughing it really hard out there. I'm pretty excited, though, because we're going to be joined by Collingwood legend Daicos next, Josh Daicos, and it's the big game tomorrow, getting close now.
Yeah, the other thing is, Ben, AFL players are paid quite well for what they do. And as
You're
I said,
not
no, guys,
taking
would it-
his money.
Would it be weird? Because I'm in a bit of a sticky situation. I just explained before I got a lot of fines and I got scammed, so I have no money at the moment. So do you think, like, just out of interest, like we've interviewed him like a few times, friend of the show, would it be weird if I asked Josh for like 10 to 20 grand or something?
What, one game's worth?
The thing is, I owe some like money to some bad people, like
The government.
yeah. No, I've turned to loan sharks, guys.
I think it'll be weird if you asked Josh Daicos.
You were
for
not
money.
at
Oh, okay,
that stage.
I won't ask him on air.
Everybody is on. Josh Daicos.
Joshy Daicos, thank you so much for coming in, especially ahead of tomorrow's clash against Essendon at the MCG for Anzac Day. How are you feeling ahead of the big game?
Thanks for having me back, guys. It's been too long. It's been definitely a big build-up. It's been 10 days since our last game. So, the boys are ready to go. We've had a lot of prep and, it's been a really big week. And obviously the game is such a big game. We'll get a big turnout.
It's going to be massive.
Dumb question, but do you still get nervous out there?
Yeah, I do. It's especially for a game like this, the build-up and while we're playing. So Essendon playing really well. They're in some good form, so it'll make for a really tough game. And knowing that there's expected to be 95,000 there always makes you a lot more excited than nervous. But yeah, can't wait to run out.
Are you a superstitious player? Like, do you have something that you have to do before every game that settles your nerves?
I'm not. I do like having a routine, and occasionally a couple of the boys will go out for dinner the night before. So tonight, the night before the game, always kind of have pasta the night before, but nothing
Pasta
too
the night
crazy.
before?
Yeah, pasta, big bowl of pasta. But I like to get to the ground early, kind of settle in, go through my routine. We see the physios quite early, and then get out on the ground and get a feel for it. So there'll definitely be quite a buzz in the air tomorrow, and I can't wait to
What's your go-to pasta? Is there one you always have, or do you mix it up?
Surely you're not like carbonara or
That's what I was
something
thinking.
really
You're not
creamy.
having a big creamy one, are you?
No, I'm quite traditional. But tonight Nick and I'll be heading to our grandma's for a bit of spaghetti and
Nice.
meatballs. So
Yeah,
it's
nice
been
one.
quite a while, so it'll be interesting.
And when's bedtime before a big game? Like, what time you're turning it over tonight?
I'm pretty relaxed. I think, if I'm feeling tired early, I'll go to bed early. There's obviously a big game tonight with Melbourne and Richmond, so I'll watch a lot of that. And if that game's close, I'll watch the whole thing. I think our game tomorrow might be at 3:20 or 4:20, so a bit of time to have a sleep in and have a relaxed morning. So, probably around 10:30, 10.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Big bowl of pasta at Grandma's. Yeah, good as that.
Are you also, do you have a playlist that you have preloaded up when you get to the game, or is somebody else taking control of that?
Darcy Moore actually takes control of our playlist. He's actually practicing to become a DJ, so he's got all the tools and tricks. And
Is he actually?
Yeah, he's got quite a good playlist. So, but before every game, once we've had our team meetings, we're on the ground, had our warm up, we all come together as a group, and we've played "Run This Town" by Rihanna for the last 2 years, and it really gets the boys up and about.
Tune.
It is. It gets the boys up and about. The boys get up and about to it. So
that is so funny. I would not have picked that.
Yeah.
I love the idea of you guys winning a flag, and then it's instead of the club song, it's in there. Hey, there we go. Don't play too much of it, otherwise he's going to get jacked.
Get white line fever.
Oh, well, we wish you all the best, Joshy. Tomorrow we'll be cheering you on, even though I've become a Blues supporter since the last time we talked, I believe. I'm actually a member now, and I did their Guard of Honour yesterday.
I tell you what, I'm a Port Adelaide supporter, and you guys destroyed us this year, but I'm getting on that bandwagon. I'm so in on Collingwood this year. It's my favourite team to watch. And I'm not saying that because you're here. Genuinely, I just love watching Collingwood games.
He said it's Clayton Oliver last week.
No, I didn't.
He didn't. Well, all the best for tomorrow, and enjoy pasta tonight. Maybe next time you come in, you can bring a little Tupperware container in. I don't know. That sounds good.
Can we have a quick on-air team meet? Belle, Liam?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Everyone present?
I think I know what you're about to...
Liam, you're here?
I'm here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm here, Ben. Belle, you're here?
Yeah.
Yep, everyone's present. Why are you so worried?
I don't know what's happening.
I'm having an on-air team meet.
Yeah, what's happening?
I think there's an important issue that we need to start discussing.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Because we need to start acting cooler in front of these footy players.
Way more professional.
Because honestly, this is becoming a problem. I love AFL more than anybody on this show, and I feel like I can get a little bit nervous around footy players sometimes because I watch them every weekend on the TV.
Yeah.
But we have Josh Daicos come in every second week. We have Clayton Oliver. We had Sam Walsh last week. We're getting these really cool, young and up and coming, dominant footy players. But then they're coming in here, and we should be playing it cool, but we're being dweebs about it.
And you got to remember, these guys, a lot of these guys are born in the 2000s.
Yep.
They're young dudes.
Yep.
They're normal people. They just happen to be really good at footy.
Liam, basically last week you were hitting on Clayton Oliver. You were just crushing on him hard.
I think he mentioned that he enjoys the game FIFA, which is a PlayStation game that I've played a lot over the last decade or so. And he also mentioned that he wants a cavoodle dog. I have one of those, and I was like, my God, we've got so much in common.
Yep.
And then he followed me on Instagram after, and I was like, oh my God, we're friends.
Yeah, but with Clayton, I think I played it pretty cool though with Clayton because I'm a huge, I'm a Demons fan. And I've always been a Demons fan, and I really like him.
Well, whatever cool points you had, you spent this morning. You lost them.
You say you play it cool, Belle, but when Clayton Oliver was in the studio, it was a little bit warmer. Took his jumper off, and I'll be honest, his shirt lifts up a little bit. Abs of steel. I think I caught Belle kind of getting a bit hot and flustered about that.
I purposely it was really awkward though because I just looked away extremely quick.
But you were flustered. You were flustered.
Yeah, totally. But I'm not staring at his abs.
I feel like what happened though is, are you about to bring up what Belle did this morning when Daicos walked in?
I know what you're going to say.
Need to acknowledge the elephant in the room, and this is why the on-air meeting was called, Belle.
Yeah.
Because when Josh Daicos walked in, you gave him a hug. That was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you said was, "Oh, you smell nice."
Yeah, I said not in a creepy way.
But that was
really
creepy.
Nice.
And that made it more creepy.
It felt like it was creepy, and then you thought that's creepy, so then you self-corrected.
Honestly.
And he didn't know what to say, did he?
He didn't say anything.
You were like, oh, you smell good. Oh, not in a creepy way. And he just went,
I didn't say it like that.
Hi, Ben. How you doing?
You seriously, you need to not tell people that they smell nice when they come in here.
But he did. He smelled really nice. He smelled really fresh. He smelled really nice.
He smelled great.
I deal with you guys in the studio every morning, and it stinks. All you do is burp and fart. It's disgusting.
General rule of
I
thumb.
never realised until now I'm in this studio for 3 hours a day. When he comes in, it's like a breath of fresh air.
General rule of thumb: when guests come in from now on, we don't comment on their smell. Be it good or bad, we just let that sit.
Agreed. Meeting over.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
G'day, Emma in Sandhurst. Didn't think to take the extra long weekend. You're still up working?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get it off.
Good on you. What do you do for a crust?
Copper.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, crime doesn't stop.
Crime doesn't take a day off.
Emma, just personal note, I just moved into Sandhurst on the weekend, actually.
Congrats.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's beautiful. How long have you been there for?
12 years.
Yeah, right. Good to know there's a cop just like round the corner.
Yeah, what are the crime rates like in Sandhurst? I'm sure you did your research before you moved in.
It's actually full of them.
Oh, right. There you go. Well, congrats, Belle.
Woo! That's why there's so many security cameras around.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
At least you know who to call if there's a problem. Okay, well, 5 questions in front of us, Emma. It's Anzac Day tomorrow. We know this. Which 2 teams are playing at the G for the Anzac Day game?
That would be my team, Collingwood and Essendon.
Yeah, you got it.
If you're a Collingwood fan, which you said you are, make sure you tune in this morning. So Josh Daicos going to be joining us in about an hour's time.
Aussie legend, Barry Humphries.
Emma obviously not a fan of Josh Daicos.
Barry Humphries passed away over the weekend. His character Dame Edna's famous catchphrase was, "Hello!" What animal?
Possum?
It was possum. Hello, possum. Russell Crowe, how's this? Jumped on stage with Amy Shark at Groove in the Moo in Maitland on the weekend. What sound does a crow make? Very good. That was a very good crow impression, actually. A Melbourne chef has won an award for making the best pizza in the world. Cop that, Italians. What does quattro formaggio mean in English?
Quattro formaggio?
Emma, if you order a quattro formaggio pizza, what would it be?
Like, is quattro 4?
Yes.
You're on the right.
14.
Yeah.
You worked it out.
I was really going to say mushroom.
No. That's different. Happy birthday, Kelly Clarkson.
Fungi.
That would be a quattro fungi, yeah. Happy birthday, Kelly Clarkson. 41 today. Finish these lyrics.
I can't live for the first time.
Oh, geez, that hurts so much. I mean, just going, 4 clean and then just getting one word wrong and just falling over on the last one.
We're not going to accept it? Is it? Really?
I mean, it's just the wrong lyric.
Well, no, it's
Belle.
wrong.
I mean,
We can't accept it.
I really like.
Just 'cause she lives in your suburb, Belle.
Yeah, and she can put handcuffs on you. Alex from Chatston joins us now. Can you finish these lyrics?
I can't breathe for the first time.
Zero flair, but he
Sounds just like Kelly.
gets the job done. The postman, he always delivers. Well done, Alex. Yes, you have won the 610 quiz this morning.
So Alex will give you an official AFL hoodie. You also get to pick the next song we play. Would you like some 50 Cent?
Or are you feeling Billy Joel this morning?
Definitely Billy Joel.
Yeah.
You can't go past a bit of Billy Joel on this foggy Monday morning. Well, thanks to you, Alex. We are playing it on Nova 100 with Ben Lehman Bell.
Ben Liam, I'd be curious to know if you've seen this latest TikTok trend. It's really taking off. It's got like 41 million views in the hashtag. It's called the triangle method.
Okay.
The triangle method is when you're flirting with someone, you look at their eyes and then their mouth and then back at their eyes. And it's a triangle because you can look at eye, mouth or eye, mouth, eye. And then it's apparently supposed to, if you're on a date or you're flirting with someone, it then makes them, fall in love with you or makes them really want you. And it's a way to show someone that you're into them.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do you struggle with that, Belle, with the lazy eye?
I knew that was coming. Yes. My left eye goes out a bit.
Are you flirting with me or him? I'm trying to... No, I'm sorry, that's
I
it.
try my
I'm
hardest
so sorry.
to really hide it, and it's a struggle.
You honestly don't really
But
know.
yeah, okay, fine. If you were flirting with me, you'd have to look a bit further to the right to look at my other eye. Just wanted to talk about Tren.
Jeez, everyone's phoning it in today, aren't they? It just feels like it's that day, like half the nation worked out that Anzac Day fell on a Tuesday, so obviously they're going to think ahead, take Monday off, have a 4-day weekend. A lot of people like us just didn't think like that. Our boss thought of it. He kept that one pretty quiet. He's taking the day off. A lot of people around here, I don't know, there's like no one rocking up to work today. And I'm sure you're realising that on the roads at the moment. You're driving around going, gee whiz, I've missed a trick here.
Yeah, we've said this morning, if that's you and you're brave enough to call your boss this morning and call in sick to work, we'll give you $500.
You have to do it live on the radio, though.
And we get to be a fly on the wall, so we won't talk. We'll just be there listening to the conversation.
Renee joins us now from Carrum Downs. You're working today, are you?
I am. I'm on my way to work now. I'm on the Eastern and I'm headed in, man.
Renee, what do you do for work?
I'm a clinician. I've been in the mental health field about 15 years, so I'm going to fight the good fight.
Okay, well, you're doing amazing work there. But you just want to
Did I say important job? I'm sort of like, maybe you should still be working today. But no, everyone deserves. I mean, you need your time as well, right?
So, Renee, what's your boss's name and what are they like as a boss?
All right, so my boss is Rhiannon. I'm going to put my cards on the table. She's a hard ass for a reason. She flogs us all like dead horses for a reason because we need it, like working in the mental health field. Yeah. So when there's an opportunity to, make a dent in the work, she can see it and, today's that day because like the whole rest of the sector, everyone's sort of off and everyone's pre-planned that. So I'm not 100%, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it because we're one of a very small team. I'm one of a very small team, but very willing to give it a shot. I think that Rhiannon needs to be challenged when people are asking for leave.
Yeah,
so
and here's the thing, Renee. I desperately hope your boss Rhiannon isn't listening to Nova because you have called her a hard ass in front of Melbourne. So you're certainly not helping your cause. But if you can convince her to give you today off, even though it's very, very late, and I'm sure you're supposed to be starting work in like 10 minutes, you will score yourself $500, which can blow.
Should we say $250 just for doing it?
Yeah, 100%.
And if you can successfully get the day off, we'll give you $500.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
A bit of motivation.
Yeah. Oh my god! All right, I'm so nervous. I wonder what she's going to say.
All right.
So we're going to be here. You won't be able to hear us. We're just going to be flyers on the wall, and this will be live on the radio.
Just quickly, Renee, are you going to just like straight up ask for a day off, or are you going to pretend to be sick? Are you going to like lie down?
I'm going to wing it. I'm going to wing it. I haven't decided yet.
Yep. But my only rule is you can't say you're doing this as a radio bit.
Yeah. Just pretend that we're not here, okay?
I got you.
Renee, we've got Rhiannon's number. We're putting it in now. Over to you.
Hello? Hi, Asti?
Yeah, hello. Hey, what's up?
Hey, not a lot. What are you doing?
I'm just about to start work.
Oh, okay. So I'm on my way to the office now. I've got Lucy in the car. I'm about to do the school run.
Yep.
Can you let me know how many clinicians you've got on today? Because I'm just going to be frank with you, mate. I really would love to spend the day on my own. And if we've got the clinicians on, I know it's late, but I'd love to sit this one out.
I think we only have a couple on today, so I'd really prefer if you didn't. I mean, like, what else are you going to do today? You've just come back from leave as well, so I don't particularly need to be... And tomorrow's a public holiday. I don't particularly need to be further down on staff.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Is there any way I can swing it? Is there anything I can do?
I don't think so. You have tomorrow off to relax at home if you want to.
I do.
And what time are you going to make it into the office now?
I'll definitely be on at 9. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, I would prefer if you were actually in today. I mean, I can see how many clinicians are actually in today, but it's going to be a pain coming back. Yeah, look, I don't mean to be that person. Can you please have a look? Yeah, just give me a second. What are you going to do today if you have the day off?
Probably spend it at home doing nothing.
Right.
You know I'm not going to lie to you, RC. I never will.
Yeah, I mean, I would also like to do that, but unfortunately I can't.
G'day, Rhiannon. It's Ben, Liam and Belle here from Nova 100. Renee, your employee, we offered her $500 if she could get the day off of work because a lot of people are taking today off. But obviously, she's not going to score the 500.
Well, I feel like she was almost about to get the day off.
Yeah, I was just about to log into the computer and see.
What was the percentage of her getting the day off, Rhiannon?
Oh, I don't know. I was just about to see how much staff we had on.
Hang on, you're acting all... Rhiannon, now they're like, hey, you're on the radio. You're like, I was literally just about to get... Because I thought you would just be like, yeah, whatever. But my ass was to the wall because I'm like, this is a very awkward conversation.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you did so well, Renee. I was so awkward in that whole conversation.
That was it. Sometimes you're like, have they mocked this up? But I'm like, that was just very real and awkward. But Renee, you still score $250, and Rhiannon, because you're actually working in like an important field, and we see why you need staff on today. Although Renee couldn't get the day off, we'll give you $250 as well. Okay.
Oh, you guys are the bomb.
And we'll give you both $500 if you both agree to take the day off. How does that sound?
That would be nice. Could we?
Look, well done. Thank you for giving it a crack, Renee. Everyone's walking away a winner with $250 in their pocket, but they still have to go to work today.
Yeah, that's a bit rough. I like how Renee kept the fact that she just got back from leave pretty quiet, didn't she? Yeah, she didn't tell us that one before we did the call. Should we do a bit where we call our boss now and ask for the day off? Well, I mean, we got half an hour left, don't we? Yeah,
pretty much done.
Yeah. He'd be really angry if we were calling him at like 4 a.m, waking him up. Hey, can we have the day off? But no, fighting the good fight on the radio this morning. We'll be off tomorrow, like everyone, of course, but still up early. Dawn service is going on. Belle, you're going to be up at 3 a.m. for dawn service.
Yeah, I'll be going with my partner to the shrine.
Are you going to the big one?
Yeah, Botanic Gardens. Yes, we will be there. What do you go? Which one are you guys going to?
I was thinking the big one because I wanted to get the full experience.
Yeah. No, I highly recommend. It's beautiful.
You can do the footy club ones or there's the regional sort of feel, but yeah, that is the big mum. Apart from obviously like people actually making the pilgrimage and doing Gallipoli and going to Turkey. Will you do that one day, Belle?
Maybe. I don't know. I think
your partner was in the military.
Yeah, so Luke's got a list of all the places he wants to go to, and I think I'll just go along for the ride. But at the moment, I'm happy going along for the ride for Anzac Day and doing the rounds of all the RSLs and everything. It's beautiful.
Belle and I, Liam, when you were outside the studio, she was just talking about potential baby names. Can we reveal that, or is that a secret? Is that a secret?
I'm not pregnant, but yes.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was a nice suggestion.
I just asked Ben. I said, hey, because I have a list in my phone notes of potential baby names for the future, and I think Poppy would be a really nice one.
Yeah, Poppy's a lovely name.
And then the double meaning of like if I had my kid with Luke, and then Poppy and Anzac, and
yeah. I was thinking Zach or something like that. That's what I thought your head was going.
Anzac Biscuit.
Wedding bells in the distance for me and my fiancée Sarah. Ben and Belle, you both invited. You guys coming?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
No, don't act like you don't want to be there. It's going to be a fun day. Well, we went shopping for wedding rings over the weekend. It's one of those ones you forget about. You think you're getting a hold of it with, all your finances and things, because obviously they're not cheap. And you're like, damn, wedding rings. I completely forgot about that.
Especially because the jewelers, they get you twice. They get you with the engagement ring, and they get you again.
Well, this is the thing. We didn't lock anything in on the weekend, but when we were in the store, the lady working there complimented Sarah on her engagement ring and said, oh, geez, that's very nice. He's done well there. And I thought, but that brought back a memory for me of when I bought the engagement ring, because I went in solo. I did it by myself. Yep. I didn't really know exactly what she wanted, but I kind of went for a classic, just like a gold band with a diamond on it. I thought that's what she would be into.
So were you looking at getting the wedding ring from somewhere different than you got the engagement ring?
Yeah, the engagement ring place is too expensive.
There's no deal like if you buy the engagement ring from us, we'll give you 50% off the rings or something?
Didn't bother with that.
Oh.
But
well, mine. So with my wife Sam, the engagement ring that I chose, it happened to have a matching wedding band.
Nice.
And so when we went back there, I said to my wife Sam, you can get that one or whatever one you want, but she liked that one.
But please get that one because it's a 2-for-1 deal. And I've got this small coupon here. It would really help us out. It's sort of like. It brought back a memory over the weekend of when I bought the engagement ring, and I obviously didn't tell you guys this at the time because I was keeping it a secret. But I remember when I was trying to find this engagement ring for Sarah, I made the decision, I want to marry this person, and I didn't know what size she was. Like, of course, you wouldn't know what size finger someone has. And then I didn't want to take one of her other rings because she's only got a few, and then she might miss it, and then she'll be sus, and then she'll know something's up, So what I did is I took one of her rings out of her closet. And I got a little piece of paper, and
You traced the inside?
I traced the ring. Like, I traced it onto a piece of paper. I just assumed that's like what most people would do. and then I had the little piece of paper in my pocket. And when I went into the store and they started hitting me with like caraway and cut and like clarity and all these different words that I'd never heard before, and I just like sort of reached into my pocket and like had this small piece of paper, like almost like a small boy buying a present for his mum or something. And I was like, I'd like one of these in this size, please. And they were like laughing at me, and they're like, no one has ever done that. They're like, what do you want us to do with this? Like, we can't. They have like a sizing ring thing that's you put a ring on
a ring on top of the circle.
Yeah, but because it's a piece of paper, they can't put the piece of paper on the little machine thing.
They should have cut it out and put it on the little finger.
Get a ring, just put it on the paper and go, that matches.
I thought it was kind of smart. I thought that's how they would have done it in the old days. You know what I mean?
I think it's a great idea. How about that fog, hey?
Yeah, Darcy Fogg played very well over the weekend.
Ooh.
I'm a footy guy now. No, of course, Ben, you're referring to the fog around Melbourne this morning. I have street parking, don't have a garage, so I get the frost as well. And I always find, you got your windscreen wipers, they're fine. You got the ones at the back. They're pretty good. I wish they had little ones for the mirrors.
Mirrors, yeah.
Because, you can do one with your sleeve, on the driver's side.
You shouldn't do that, though. My wife does that as well, where she'll get her sleeve and she'll wipe it. But then when the dust settles, when the fog and the condensation dries, you've got a smudged windscreen.
But then
it's not that. It's only the mirrors. But you have to put your windows down and up quickly, I find, because the little brushes in the window,
that works.
they
but I'm
brush
talking
it.
about the mirrors. What do we do with the mirrors, Belle? This is what I'm asking.
It's just doing a lap of the car first
It's
before
called,
you get in.
Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Just drive to work.
What, just don't look back?
Yeah.
I do quite often vibe my blind spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still
Don't vibe your blind spot.
Vibe your blind spot.
Are you serious?
I feel like you can feel if there's a car.
Yeah. yeah.
Who needs mirrors?
That is deadly.
Belle, when you've been driving as long as I have, you can vibe out the blind spot.
A year longer than me? God. Huge news over the weekend. Russell Crowe jumped up on stage with Amy Shah.
At Groove in the Mood, the festival. I was so confused by this. Could you imagine if you were having like a big day? You know what it's like. You're 19, might be one of your first festivals. You might do some silly things, and you're having a big day, and you're at the front, and then you're like, is that like Russell Crowe, man? Probably not. You wouldn't think it actually is, right?
Could you imagine if, like, mid-performance, she was doing a song, and then he just went,
Are you not entertained?
That'd be so cool, seeing Rusty up on stage.
So she did. At the end of the set,
she said it.
Yelled out, "Are you not entertained?"
Oh, that's
at the
awesome.
End.
That's very
Fantastic
cool.
play by her. Now, Groove in the Mood is going around the country still. It's playing Bendigo here in Victoria this coming weekend. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, because it's not the first time they've gone on stage together. Hopefully, if you're going, you might catch Rusty on stage.
There would also be a lot of younger kids who haven't seen Gladiator being like, I don't get it.
Yeah. Who's this dad?
Is that her grandpa? Like, who is that guy with the beard?
Ben, Liam and Belle's Fast Five. Thanks to What If. It's Aussie for travel.
Emily and Sky still working today. You didn't try and take the day off?
Hi, yes, unfortunately, got to work.
Yeah, well, Anzac Day tomorrow.
How are the roads looking out there, Emily? Is it pretty busy, or is it okay?
It's actually a lot quicker today, which is good.
Yeah, I noticed that even this morning. Like, there is a little bit of traffic normally when we're driving to work at 4:30 in the morning. Anyway, very simple. We've got 5 questions. You've got 30 seconds. You get them all right, you're scoring yourself $600. If not, though, it jackpots to $700 tomorrow.
Remember, Emily, if we can give you any advice, it's that it's okay to pass, and we'll come back to it. You're good to go?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Thank You Next was an Aussie #1 single by who?
Ariana Grande.
Beginning with H. What's the first element on the periodic table?
All pass.
Trafalgar Square is in which UK city?
All say again.
Trafalgar Square, which UK city?
London.
The Big Bash cricket team, the Melbourne Stars, mainly wear which colour?
White.
Oh
no.
You were doing so well.
I can see the thinking with white, though, Em.
cricket players.
Yes,
white.
I probably would have said the same.
It's the big bash, though, so they wear green.
no.
Unfortunately, you were right with London. Hydrogen was what we were looking for, and Ariana Grande was also right. Even though you said it really quick, it sounded a little bit weird, but we all acknowledged it. But it was still a good answer.
Em, thank you very much for listening, and thanks for playing, and you have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.
No worries. Hey, the Fast Five jackpots again tomorrow.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. We're not on tomorrow, so Wednesday. Is it worth 800?
I reckon because we're missing tomorrow.
What?
I think
Yeah.
no one can win tomorrow, so we have to jackpot it another.
What? So every weekend we jackpot it by 200?
No, but
is that what's happening
on public
now?
holidays it will go up another 100. This is a rule that we've
And
just made.
when we go off air for 2 weeks, what does the jackpot do then?
800. It'll be 800 on Wednesday morning.
Hey, can I take a moment to give a shout out to Woolies?
Yeah,
just
sure.
like
Belle, you know
unpaid.
we have an open policy for Woolies shout-outs on this program.
Yeah, not paid or anything. Just I went there on the weekend and something stopped me in my tracks completely. I was walking with Luke,
The
my
deals.
partner, and
I feel like this might be a paid thing. I couldn't believe it, Ben and Liam. I can feed my family for just $10.
that's Coles, but okay. So I was in Woolies and I walked past the, like the cosmetics aisle, like with the shampoos and conditioners and everything. Now, on the sign that says what's in that aisle.
Yeah, I use that all the time.
Yeah. It normally says personal hygiene, which means like pads, tampons, everything. They've changed it to period care. Now, you guys might not think that's a huge thing.
I must admit, I wouldn't have noticed that.
That's fair. That's totally
the fact
fair.
that you brought it up there, I'm like, good on you, Woolies.
Totally. And I was walking and I glanced up at the sign and I saw the word period and I was like, oh my goodness, it's gone from personal hygiene, which is what is that? What is that, soap? What is that? It's
I would
now
assume
straight
deodorant.
up period care.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like deodorant, shampoo and conditioner, personal hygiene. But I just wanted to give a shout out because I saw that and it was just so lovely of them to do. I don't know if Coles have done it, I don't know. But I saw it at Woolies and it was fantastic.
I, for one, don't like it.
Oh, here we go. Does it offend you, Ben? Are you offended by that word?
I'm obviously joking.
Should we open the phone lines on this one?
What do you think about it?
We're joined now by a friend of the show, the wonderful Toni Lodge. Good morning, how are you?
Morning, guys. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, so
Do I have
well.
to ask all three of you how you are individually?
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks,
How
Toni.
are you?
I'm very well, Toni.
And the prize now is for guess who I asked first.
Toni, did you catch the deer roaming the streets of Melbourne over the weekend? It's still undisclosed whether it's one single deer running like havoc around the streets
or multiple
deer.
To catch you up, I'm sure you're across this, Toni, but if you listening are not across this, super quick, in Kew about a week and a half ago, there was a deer that ran through someone's property. It smashed, sadly, through their pool like glass fence. But now there's been a second deer spotted in Alphington on Friday. Question is it the same deer?
Do you think the deer is currently having like an identity crisis? The deer's probably listening now, having its coffee and it's like, it's me. Why don't they know?
Probably like mildly concussed because it really and I would have thought the pool gate would be strong enough to hold a deer. Like it's obviously it's to keep kids, out of the pool. Toddlers.
Not full-grown deer.
Yeah.
They're not advertising saying, this can stop a deer.
No, I know. And normally it wouldn't have to, but I'm saying that deer got through that pool gate with ease. I think they've cheaped out. I think they've gone with a cheaper glass.
One, yeah.
The deer was going at speed though.
Yeah.
The deer didn't just wander through.
I couldn't run through a pool gate. And I'm not going to try it. We're not doing like a jackass style radio bit this week.
It raises the question though, did you know that I didn't even think there were deer in Victoria or Australia for that matter. To me, it's a very mystical animal.
When you hear stories like this and you just assume that the sentence of like deer spotted in the wild is going to be followed with like escaped from the zoo or something like that. Yeah. But then it's actually just this random deer that's jumping around.
Is it like maybe some, how like when Pablo Escobar got taken to prison and then there was all those like animals that weren't supposed to be in Colombia, like there was like giraffes and stuff because it was like his private estate. Like I wonder if someone's got like a deer on their private.
I think if you go out into the bushland out here, there is deer and they are a bit of a pest.
Yeah, but that's not Kew. We're talking Kew and Alphington.
Well, he's obviously lost. Or she. I don't know. Is it a male or female?
They.
We don't know.
They are lost.
Thank you, Toni.
Sorry,
Toni. I appreciate it.
We don't know if it's the same thing or not.
13, 24, 10. What did you see where?
I like this because, obviously you wouldn't expect to see a deer in queue. But this could be anything. It doesn't have to just be animals. I don't know if we'd accept stories like this. But Ben, Toni and Belle, I saw Australian basketball legend Andrew Gaze at Mad Mex South Melbourne eating a burrito. Twice. So I saw him a month ago doing it, and then I saw him on Thursday. So Andrew Gaze is mad for the Mex.
The real question is here, you're also mad for the Mex because you were there twice.
Oh, no, I wasn't in there. I was walking past the window.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I'm more of a Guzmani Gomez guy.
All right, so it might be a person, it might be an animal. It's up to you. What did you see where? Toni, how do you reckon you'd handle a deer in your house if you came home?
Not well, and I don't think that my French bulldog would love it either, to be honest. I think she'd go, and that would be it.
I was going to say, who would win that fight? You know? Like deer versus dog.
Oh, my dog Pippa, she's tough.
Yeah.
I'd be betting on Pip.
Yeah, for sure. Have you seen anything somewhere where you're like, oh, that doesn't fit?
Yesterday I was doing my food shopping at Coles in Vic Gardens, and in the chip section there was a bag of grapes.
Whoa!
And I thought someone's made a choice here. They've gone, I'll be healthy. It's Sunday, like beginning of a new week. You know what? And then they realised they'd taken today off to get the long weekend. They didn't want the grapes. They put the chips away. And you know what? That's relatable.
It doesn't fit there. What did you see where is what we're asking. I saw Andrew Gaze at Mad Mex twice. Jennifer in Croydon, what did you see where?
I saw the Dalai Lama in the airport when I was about 8 years old.
That's pretty wild. I mean, I suppose he does travel the world a little bit.
Yeah, pretty cool that you saw the Dalai Lama, but I would expect to see them there.
What part of the airport though? Like, was he at the bookshop?
No, it was in the international arrivals, and there was a big crowd that we didn't know what was going on, so we walked over and then just saw him and a bunch of people just surrounding him.
Yeah.
Okay.
A few tongue gags I can think of. But
I was
not
thinking of
not
AI.
going to go there.
Bring it up.
Nah, it's I feel like that was a last week thing. Anyway. Yeah, mine's running wild. Jane from Phillip Island joins us now. What did you see where?
Well, I was walking down the main street of Wonthaggi, and up ahead I saw this guy walking what I thought were two dogs on leads, and I thought, gee, one of those is a bit chubby. And then when I got closer, I realised it was a pig.
Oh, wow.
Just a pig.
So
Wonthaggi.
he had a dog and he had a pig, and they were both on leads.
Jane, was it like a teacup pig or was it like a big, huge pig?
Well, it wasn't a big, huge pig. It was a similar size to, I think the other one was a Labrador. So, and that's why, as I said, from a distance, I just sort of thought, oh yeah, two dogs, you know. So,
And it was just walking on a lead.
Yeah, as you do.
Well,
I mean, Wonthaggi's got some interesting characters, I should say.
And remember, pigs are very smart. I don't think it's that much of a stretch to put one on a lead and expect it to be.
I always like that when animals become friends. You know, you see those videos online and you're like, this
unlikely
pig
friends.
and this dog are the, you know. I would be pivoting into unlikely friends if it wasn't 8:59 right now. So maybe we can put a pin in that and do that next time you come in, Toni. But that's pretty much the end of the show. If there's anything you missed, though, you can check it out in the Ben Lehman Bell podcast. If you want a better podcast, though.
Well, yeah, exactly. There's our podcast or there's Toni's podcast. You can catch Toni and Ryan podcast exclusive to Spotify, where you can also find ours.
I really want to do Unlikely Friends.
Yeah, no.
Well, do you want to keep going till 9:30?
No, Jamie
Toni, do you
Rose
want to
on.
stay around?
Yeah, I just got to extend my parking. That's okay.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.